Jonathan Majors guilty of assault and harassment. This guy isn't special enough to have a good chance of bouncing back, one crisis manager tells the Messenger. The jury is in, and Jonathan Majors has been found guilty on 2 of the 4 charges against him in the assault trial of his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabbari. The jury reached a guilty verdict on the charges of assault in the 3rd degree, recklessly causing physical injury, and harassment in the 2nd degree. He was found not guilty of assault in the 3rd degree with intent to cause physical injury and aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree. Sentencing will be given on February 6, 2024, and he could potentially see a year of jail time. Majors did not testify in the trial, but incriminating texts that he sent to Jabbari were read into the record. The Ant-Man actor was arrested on March 25 in New York City and charged after police said a domestic dispute with Jabbari led to her being hospitalized with minor injuries. A previous charge of strangulation was later dropped. That's the criminal case. Whether or not a civil trial comes of this remains to be seen. But then there's the verdict about Majors' future in Hollywood. Sometimes the public is forgiving, other times they are not. How this one will shake out is hard to predict, though a major domino has already fallen. The actor's future with Marvel is over. Despite positioning Majors Kong the Conqueror as the MCU's next big villain, the studio is no longer moving forward with the actor following Monday's verdict. Kong had been established as the Marvel's next Thanos-like character, appearing as a villainous connective tissue between TV shows like Loki and movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. The next Avengers team-up movie even features the character in its title, Avengers: Kong Dynasty, slated for 2026. How Marvel will pivot without Majors remains to be seen. Giant corporations like stability, said an expert crisis manager who spoke with the Messenger anonymously about Majors' future in Hollywood. They want to just crank out dividends to their shareholders. They do not want problems. They do not want a loose cannon. They do not want baggage when they make content like Marvel movies. Before his arrest, Majors was on the precipice of something few actors ever achieve. Audiences ate him up as the antagonist in Creed 3, and critics were wowed, astonishing, wrote the Los Angeles Times, by his performance in Magazine Dreams, a taxi driver-esque drama in which he plays a violent steroid abuser. The film debuted at Sundance and was supposed to come out in theaters with an awards push this month. The Disney-owned distribution company Searchlight Pictures quietly took it off their schedule earlier this year. But according to the crisis manager, the door to Majors' future might have shut before the verdict was even read on Monday. I think this is one of those things where I don't know if it matters that much where the jury lands, said the industry veteran. I think the damage is done. The shocking text messages revealed in court, in which Majors appeared to dissuade Jabbari from seeking medical attention for her injuries, repeatedly called himself a great man, and threatened suicide, displayed classic abusive behavior. Familiar to many women, added the crisis manager. I think it's going to be really hard to bounce back from. Additionally, while Majors' on-screen talent put him on the verge of superstardom, the actor does not hold the same pop culture cash as other troubled stars like Johnny Depp, Kevin Spacey, and Mel Gibson, who have sought to rebuild their reputations. This is going to sound a little bit harsh, but this guy isn't special enough to have a good chance of bouncing back, added the industry source. He's not widely beloved or really even all that well known. If I were selecting somebody to be in a show or a movie or something else, I think there are probably a lot of people who can do what he can do minus all the baggage. Another expert in crisis management who spoke with the Messenger anonymously agreed that Majors' chances of a comeback are slim, but not impossible. I think the public decided pretty quickly and, in this case, they have decided that the road back to forgiveness is going to be a winding one, said the source. I can't imagine a studio working with him without some serious rehab. If he can nail his comeback, maybe, but most people don't. Wilson Morales, editor and creator of BlackFilmAndIndieTV.com, argued that Majors wouldn't be the first Marvel star to rehab his image, but noted that there is an important difference between the cases. Everyone says his career is done, but this is someone who never reached his peak level, said Morales. If he takes a walk in Nebraska, no one will know who he is. Can he make a comeback? In due time, but not right now. There's a redemption in this business that goes a long way. Fellow MCU alum, Robert Downey Jr. made a comeback. However, the damage he did was to himself. The Messenger has reached out to Marvel and Majors' team for comment.
Please subscribe, like, and hit the notification button for more videos.